Welcome you all in our afternoon session. This session we bring on every Saturday. In this, we bring you a lot of news, views, discussion about the real estate industry. Either it's Canada, Ontario, Alberta, Vancouver, or it is the Indian real estate market or any other country where we are expanding our operations. We try our level best to get you as much information as we can so that you can make an informed decision when you are purchasing the biggest asset in your life. I would like to ask a question from all our viewers. Did you ever buy, like, as of course, like this question is to the homeowners only. Did you ever buy anything more expensive than your real estate or expensive than the house which you are living in? I think 99.9% the answer I'm going to get is this is the most expensive asset product I have bought in my life. And that is the fact. So try to understand when you are making that decision, you need somebody who can guide you step to step, who can give you the right direction, can give you the understanding, and who can help you to go through the complicated process, especially when we talk about the Canadian real estate market. Especially first-time home buyers, they have a lot of questions. They want to understand the complicated process. They want to make sure, they have the right set of knowledge and information when they are planning to buy any real estate. Uh, any new immigrant coming into this country comes with a lot of dreams, and one of the dream which many of the youngsters they want to own a house so that they can start their family. They can take advantage of building up the equity, and they can get out of the rental situation where, like, 25 to 30% of your income is just going in the rental. And it's very well understandable why owning the real estate is one of the most important and crucial decision in anybody's life, especially to an immigrant when they are landing in this country. So we are there. Team SaveMax is there to help you, guide you. In last 12 years, we started SaveMax in 2010. In last 12 years, we have sold more than $13 billion real estate, over 17,000 satisfied clients, and a very strong team who is not only available for you guys, either it is Ontario or it is Alberta or it is British Columbia, Winnipeg, all the provinces, all the major cities, and also now we are planning to expand in all the smaller cities as well. Simultaneously, we understood the need of the hour. We understood a lot of migrants, they come into this country with dreams. They want to buy, or, like, they want to start their journey by owning a piece of real estate in Canada. So keeping that in view, we started our services in India, where we are helping a lot of buyers, investors over there. Either it is the primary market or it is their dream of having an international education. So we launched two platforms in India. One is SaveMax Global Education, and the second one is SaveMax Real Estate. So both these platforms are there available for all the viewers, all the clients. And I personally assure you, promise you, that when you are dealing with SaveMax, you can be rest assured that we protect our customers, our clients' interest, because that is the prime goal of our business. Let's bring Kamal on line as well. Let's welcome Kamal. Kamal, how are you? Good morning, good afternoon.
I'm super charged and super fantastic. Good morning.
Super charged and super fantastic, Kamal. I know um, it's been an amazing week. Those 5 days of like a lot of learning, fun activities, a lot of things we have done. So give me some feedback about SaveMax Supercharged 2022 convention. How were the days over there? How things happened? A lot of viewers, they want to know, what we did at SaveMax Supercharged convention. So go ahead, please.
First of all, I would definitely like to thank our entire SaveMax family, because they were all present in very good numbers, because to make an event successful, you need a participation, which was there. When we talk about the entire, I would not like to say it as a convention, but yes, it started as a convention, but then the second part was fun, then third part was team bonding. There was so much going around and a lot of positivity. The biggest part was positivity, because our idea was never to take a team for a day, just finish the convention and we are back and something. No, it was a convention where the learning was happening on the same platform, from the experienced people to the people who have recently joined, and good sharing of knowledge was there on the platform. There was a lot of fun loving moments. There was a lot of bonding moments. Either it be the cruise you talk about the dance floors. So, in overall, it was a very good event, and everyone, I would say, every one of our team member is right now, I can proudly say, is supercharged, because that was the objective. They should feel rejuvenated. Kind of a workload everyone goes through. Kind of things goes through. So everyone won't need such kind of a break. And of course, there is a break with your immediate family. There is a break with your other family. Work family. So it was that break, and it was a fantastic event altogether.
That's great. That's great. Good to know. Well, I think the clear-cut objective of SaveMax Supercharged 2022 convention was to get ready for 2023. I think every year brings a lot of sweet and sour memories, a lot of ups and downs, and especially 2022 has been very hectic for the real estate industry in particularly. So, having such kind of convention and having such a powerful group of people, that's very very important. Like the uh, it's a very famous saying, you are known by the people in your surrounding, and most of the times five people makes what you are. So it was an amazing group of 110 people, and everybody had the same thought process, same objective, and everybody was going in the same direction. Either it was learning, or it was fun, or it was like getting ready for 2023. So I really want to say congratulations to you as well, and you and your team has really put a lot of efforts in coordinating all the activities. And of course, the credit goes to the team as well. Their participation, their positivity, and their involvement in the whole process was commendable.
That's perfectly right. And now I feel the 2023 is, every year has been amazing for us. I would say like that. But yes, as you are aspiring for next year, we have big goals, and I strongly believe after this, we all are going to rock 2023.
That's good to know, Kamal. And I am pretty sure, if you go and check the Facebook, if you go and see the social media, everything is full of next supercharged convention. And I think there's a lot of vibrancy which we have created in the market. That's also a very positive sign. So, anyway, what is your plan for 2023, Kamal?
Okay, so this is known as spilling the beans, जो आप करवा रहे हो मुझसे, but ठीक है, क्या करोगे? We have some real good plans when it comes to uh, our business, our expansion, even seeing our people grow. That everything is on card. But if I have to talk about the bigger picture, we are looking to have our looking to have our brand in next five big countries, where we are looking towards Australia, we are looking towards US, we are going to be into Gulf countries, so probably UAE is going to be one of them. We are eyeing towards UK, and we are eyeing towards France. So these are the five countries where we see by the end of 2023 we will have our Save Max presence. That's number one. Number two, our Indian operations, as they are doing good right now. Amar and his team is taking charge, and they are doing fantastic. So I believe 2023 is again going to be a very big year in terms of our Indian operations. May it be franchisees, may it be our primary market, may it be education, where Mr. Vipin has taken lead, and amazing work he and his team is doing. And we have our franchisee team expanding across the country. So I believe there are a lot of things, and more are yet to come. But again, we are very hopeful, very optimistic about 2023. And now, don't ask me the numbers. I will give you in person.
That's great, Kamal. I really am super excited for an amazing 2023. And of course, see, Kamal, in life, it is very, very important that how you look towards your business, how you look towards your life. And on this trip, I got a good opportunity to go the Bhagavad Gita one more time, and I was reading some stuff which really makes so much sense in our life. Uh, See, many times I have heard from people that, oh, I have done enough in my life. Now I just want to relax. I just want to cruise on in the life. But I always think, what is the purpose of life? Why we all are here? So the answer which I could get for myself at least, life is all about being progressive. Life is all about going to the next step, having the new learnings. And more than that, you should always have a contentment of what you have done in your life until today. But that contentment should not stop you from moving forward. So, I once again go back to my very touchy line, which is very close to my heart. And I always tell people, I am hungry, but I'm contented. I'm contented, but I'm hungry. So, what does that mean is that means whatever we have done in the life until today, I'm happy and satisfied with that. There's no regret to it. Even if there were a lot of, I would say not hundreds, thousands of failures, but every failure gave us a new stepping stone, gave us a new direction and a new perspective of life. So that contentment is already there. But does that mean that we should stop progressing? We should stop growing? I don't think so. Now, when we talk about progress, when we talk about growth, when we talk about business, most of the time, there's only one parameter which majority of people understand, and that parameter is money. No, the parameter is not money. The parameter is something above and beyond money. So, and everybody have their own way of thought process, right? Everybody thinks differently. So do I, and so do you. So my definition, my thought process is that your success should be based on how many people you have changed, how many people you have created success for, and how much happiness you bring on the table for yourself and for others. That's very, very important. So, of course, money plays a very big important role and plays a big factor into that. I'm not ignoring the importance of money. So, it is all about balancing. It is all about going in the right direction with that balanced mindset, where if you are having problem and challenges, you are not losing your cool and calm. So, let's look towards the life in a different direction and let's contribute as many people as we can. Kamal, I got a message from Fazal Sheikh. I'm not too sure what does he mean. He says you guys not stick with your caption.
Oh, what he is.
So we are gonna stick with our caption. Don't worry about it. We are going to buying and selling during the winter season.
Yes.
So Faisal, I really appreciate your feedback, and I think it's very, very important. And I always try my level best, whenever we have something. So buying and selling during the winter season, we are going to talk about that as well. So Kamal, what do you think about it first, what I was saying?
Um, of course, I would say, that's a very important aspect of life where we try to see happiness in, other people, and when they get happy, you feel that feeling of, I would say, satisfaction. And I think it if it is working towards the right direction, then probably that even plays a very big role in any of the success of an individual or an company. If, for example, if you have employees, if they are happy near to you, of course company will be definitely doing good, no doubt about that. If you are an entrepreneur going to take care of your team members or as a team lead, of course. So it always boils down to the same thing. Yes, here what you rightly said, that sometimes the money is only an output, and certain success parameters changes with different, or I would say with the individual approach. But again, it's a very important part what you just now said, that making success for others or creating success for others is the real success. Yeah.
Yes. So Faisal asked the question about what about the Canadian real estate market? So Faisal, let me just first answer your question before we go to our captions, buying and selling during the winter season. If you look at the market in 2022, the first quarter was very amazing. The first quarter market was going in the upward direction. And then came the announcement from Bank of Canada, especially the rate of interest started going up because of the inflation, all across the world. And all the advanced, I would say all the developed countries, the economy a turn. And because of the inflation, I think the government of all those countries, they really pumped a lot of cash in the market during pandemic, during COVID-19, which started showing its impact in the first quarter or in the second quarter of 2022. And because of that impact, the rate of interest started going up, and that really pushed the market in the downwards direction. The rates started settling down. Uh, Personally, I believe the prices which were there in 2021 and 2022 first quarter, they were not really the genuine prices. It was just because there was a lot of demand and there was very less supply. And I think that happened all across because during the pandemic, a lot of seller, they did not put their houses on market. Rather, people were deciding, people were making decision to sell, not to buy, not to sell. And a lot of people I have seen, like, they pull the equity from their existing house and, bought another house and use their existing house as a rental property so that they can make some additional cash flow and get some advantage of the capital gain over there, right? But in second or third quarter of 2022, the high rate of interest, the negative sentiment pulled the market in the downwards direction. And if you see, the prices got settled down as compared to the first quarter, as compared to last quarter of 2021. The prices came down almost, I would say, somewhere in between 15 to 20%. But August 2022, if you look at the stats and data, it seems like it has touched the bottom. And after that, the market is going towards the stabilization now. How the market of 2023 is going to happen in the first quarter depends upon a few very important factors, and one of the major factor is the rate of interest. How Bank of Canada interest announced the increase or decrease in the rate of interest, that will be a very big determining factor because that really puts up a positive or negative sentiment in among the buyers or sellers. Kamal, what's your take on that?
Okay, I would say that yes, this entire thing, what happened, and the way it seems to be a roller coaster ride. Even for the end users or for the investors. But I believe that in coming days or coming months, there is going to be some relaxation, in not in terms of rate. That again, I am not an expert, so but what I can see, that's what I'm sharing, is that there can be a little delay, or can be a frozen rate kind of an situation coming in next, say, 4 months to 6 months. That's what I foresee right now, that yes, it has been done a lot this year. So probably next year banks may think of keeping the rates the way it is right now. uh, this will also throw a lot of positivity, because right now there are a lot of buyers who are waiting for things to get settled down, and probably they will uh, come with a good force and get that buying spree done. But again, the moment that happens, again we could see the market going towards the more positive sides, or I would say having some impact in terms of increasing the price, or maybe because the demand is going to increase, it is definitely going to impact the prices as well.
So, Kamal, when we talk about having a like there's a misconception in the market that in the winter there's not much activity, especially in Canada because of the weather, and people don't buy or sell the house. What do you think about that? What's your take on this? Do you think it's the fact, or what's your take? Or I would love to ask from the viewers as well, especially the viewers who are from Canada. I would love to hear your opinion on this point.
What I personally believe that there are a lot of sentiments that come in play, and especially we are talking about November and December. One of the sentiment is the vacation feel. People want to enjoy, and because this being a little more serious business in terms of buying and selling, so probably there is certain percentage of people they want to have their own time with the family. So maybe that comes as a factor. Second is because certain people want to avoid the snow factor and other things while moving and making those calls, and not able to make the things in a little more convenient manner. So probably that comes to one fraction. Otherwise, if you'll ask me as a person who sees the market from a distance, I don't feel there is any other much of the reasons which say that market is uh, slow, or market is getting towards the lesser, I would say, in terms of demand or all. I believe that is going to be there, but yes, this certain couple of other factors come in picture. That's what I.
Yeah, Kamal, go on.
Yeah, so considering this part, that when it gets mixed, so people could see there is some deterioration in the numbers, and you may relate it with the demand, or you may relate it with that people are not looking to buy or sell in the winter season. But I think that is a very small portion of the, I would say, the population.
Yeah. So, guys, with my experience, let me just clear a little bit myth, especially to the buyers, to the sellers, as well as to the realtors. A lot many of our realtor friends, they also think the same thing that in winter there's not much activity, and there's not going to be any buyers or sellers. I would strongly recommend go and check the Toronto Real Estate Board data, and see how much houses has been sold during winter time. There's almost 5 to 6 thousand houses get sold during the winter time in on Toronto Real Estate Board, and many more thousand if we start collecting the data from another board from all across the country. But I'm just talking about Toronto Real Estate Board, where almost 5 to 6 thousand houses they get sold. What does that mean? That means there is somebody to sell it, there is somebody to buy it. So we have to look towards the market in a different perspective. But let me first about the realtor community. So those realtors who think the winter there is no business, please come out of that misconception. In winter, there's a decent business. Uh, but on the other hand, this 30 to 40% of the realtors they get out of the business during the winter. With the same mindset, they start thinking that now there's not going to be much activity. So some of the part-time realtors they go back onto their jobs, what they were doing. Some of the full-time realtors they plan to take vacations. It is the ideal time for somebody who wants to establish themselves in the business. Please sure start giving a push for the lead generation. I assure you will get a lot of business. Let's look at, we have a comment from Bunny Kindra. Bunny says, think positive, market always has potential, only need to identify gap and showcase benefits, getting good price to buy. You are so right, Bunny, and I really appreciate your comment. Yes, it's all about thinking positive. Market always has potential, and you just need to identify the gap and showcase benefits. So, Bunny, your valuable suggestion is very, very important, and I'm pretty sure with your comments, lot many people might have understood what we want to convey through the story. So, Kamal, if you have to buy a house for yourself during the winter, what are going to be your steps, and how are you going to make sure that your interest is being protected as a buyer?
As a buyer, I would say the very first thing, of course, for any buyer is the price. I would definitely like to have that good price factor. Yes, it is in my favor what I am looking for. Always, every person has a range. Every person keeps that range, and if not, then I would recommend as a buyer. I recently bought, so I was also keeping a range for myself, because when you are out there looking and selecting options, having that little range helps you to reach some of the good options, and that flexibility remains. So that's first thing. Second is the smoothness in the entire process, which involve the realtor, because having a mature and very knowledgeable realtor by your side is very important, and in my case, Mohit played that role. So I always, thank him for that, because uh, a, a realtor is like, kind of an advisor consultant, he plays a lot of role. So if you have someone very knowledgeable by your side, probably it is less of your stress. But yes, that person takes care of the things. He know what you need, and probably they give their best to get you the best deal. So I believe, that one factor is really 80% sum of everything. Having a good realtor by your side, a person who know, how to get you what you are looking for. There are different other small factors, but this is one of the major factor what I see into.
Yes, Kamal, you are so right. Now let's talk about the perspective from the buyer, sellers, and from the realtor side, buying and selling during the winter season. Guys, I personally believe, like people, they say winter is not a good time, but I believe winter is a better time than summer. First of all, as we spoke earlier about it, that lot many people during the winter they are out of the market as realtors. So it is an opportunity for those realtors who are full timer and who know how to hustle for the business. So that is very important, and it's a good opportunity for them to learn. Now, if I come on to the buyer side, it's equally win-win situation for the buyer as well, because during winter there are not too many buyers out there who thinks that this is an ideal time to buy. So at that time it is an opportunity for you that you can comfortably go and have a look at the house, and you can avoid multiple offer situation, and you can save like thousands of dollars when making the purchase. On the other side, for the sellers, why it is an advantageous situation? Because as a seller, again, there are not much of the sellers who have the same mindset that in winter we should put our house. So you have a little bit less competition. So you are able to present your house in a very meaningful way, and on top of it, you are able to get some good price onto it. So guys, winter doesn't mean the activities get stopped. The activities still keep going on. Now it all depends upon your individual situation, that how you handle and how you manage the winter challenges and still come in the market either as a buyer or as a seller. So why it's another important thing for the buyer is because, Kamal, I always strongly recommend people that it is always better to buy a house rather than rent it. So we all should understand this. We all should think as a homeowner, and we all should think using the real estate as a tool to build up equity for yourself. Of course, in winter there are some harsh challenges like weather, especially when you have to make the move. But of course, there are some challenges in summer as well. So summers, it becomes very challenging to get the good movers as well. So there is always a pros and cons. It all depends upon your individual situation. But I still personally believe that winter is the time when you can actually go and get a good deal as far as the real estate buying is. Does that make sense, Kamal?
Oh yes, 100%, 100%.
All
Yeah.
right. Kamal, I got an interesting question and I want you to answer it, but I will have my own answer. I have a question from Nikhil. Ashunita Singh. Nikhil is saying, is it necessary to have deep pocket to start in real estate business?
Okay, so means I will answer this in my context. What I understand, if they have to own a business, or because now I'm not, real estate is a very big industry to talk about. We are, if we are talking about very
Kamal,
specific to the.
Kamal, he mean to say he wants to ask, like what I understood the question, if somebody has to start real estate as a career as a realtor, is it necessary to have deep pockets?
Oh no, means as an individual, of course not. I mean, if you are in Canada, again, because I really don't know where Mr. Nikhil is. Now, if we are answering for Canada, you are talking about anything between, say, 5 to 8 thousand of Canadian dollars if you have, and that too spread across 4 or 5 months. Because here you just need to register yourself with that particular licensing process. You study, you give exams, then probably you maybe get a good headshot. But in certain companies, yes, there is a service like ours. So I think that is the only thing, and rest is your positive attitude and zeal to learn. I believe that's what it takes if you are looking to be successful in the business.
Uh, Nikhil, yes, you need to have deep pockets first of all to start business in real estate. But deep pocket doesn't mean that you need to have a lot of money. A deep pocket could be meaning like you need to have deep pockets to collect the money. No, but that was on the lighter side, Kamal. So, Nikhil, it is not really that much money you need to start in the real estate because any service industry, the involvement, the initial involvement more than money is the involvement of your time, right? So, yes, as far as the time is concerned, you need to make sure that you are joining real estate as a full-time professional. You are spending time with your clients to educate them, to help them to understand the business, the deal. You may need to make sure you need to update yourself to protect their interest as well. So, but as far as the money is concerned, no, you can start with very little, and there are a lot of options available in the market. There are partnership models available where like you don't have any extra burden of any expenses, like all the expenses are being taken care by the company. You have some model which is a kind of hybrid between a model where you pay like 5% or 10%, but you take care of all your expenses, or like so. There's every kind of options available for you. But as far as the business of real estate is concerned, yes, you need to expose yourself. You need to do some advertisement. You need to have a kind of a system in place, which we call as a CRM, and then the lead management system, the follow-up system. So all those things are equally important factors as far as the real estate success is concerned. But it won't take much of your money. But it will take a lot of your time, a lot of your efforts, and you have to work on that. So that's very, very important. Perfect. Now I got another question from Ajay Pansurya. Ajay is saying, sir, have you ever thought about entering into hotel business? What about that? Did you ever think of that SaveMax would enter into hotel business?
Yes, so when we are into resort and spending a lot of money, that time we think we should be in there.
Ajay, as far as the business is concerned, I'm always open to the ideas. But right now our focus is mostly to grow SaveMax brand all across the world, and that takes a lot of time, energy, and money. I'm not sure like how many people they understand the pain of growing a brand. It's really very challenging. It has its own set of problems. But at the end of the day, as I mentioned earlier, it's a conscious decision. If you are making any decision unconsciously, then it's always a problem. So it's a conscious decision of having those problems and challenges. But at this point of time, I don't think so. This is the right time for us to enter into hotel business. But as and when the time will come, we will definitely update you and give you some good idea about it. Right, Kamal?
Yeah.
Excellent. Hmm. So, Kamal, when it comes to selling inventory, like you have to clean the snow every single day. You have to maintain the cleanliness, especially at the front door. Then it becomes very challenging. Let's say if there's a showing as a seller, you have to go out. Sometimes it's smaller kids, you have to take them out. All those are challenges which actually stops lot many sellers to come into the market in winter. But with those challenges, there's always an advantage. As I earlier mentioned, just because of with this thought process, not too many good houses they come in the market during the winter time. So that is an opportunity for those sellers who really wants to take an advantage of the low competition. And if you can spend a little money on your house before selling, I think you can recover that money very well during the sale process. Right, Kamal?
Yeah, that is so true. Yeah, of course.
So, Kamal, how did you manage when you were selling your house?
Okay, so that's a tough question. But honestly, like I would talk as a right now as a seller, there were very many things which comes into your mind, But as I again come to the same point, when someone who is advising you and giving you right guidance, probably things become much more easy. So in my case, of course, my realtor, he explained me that what should be done, as what you rightly said, that some basics needs to be done before you bring your house in the market. May it be finishing some small patchwork or other things, making it look presentable. Definitely, that's the first thing. Second is, I opted for staging two, because I could see that at one given point of time I started feeling, okay, it looks so good. I never thought about it. But yes, again, because you are into a selling mode, then you definitely don't want to think again about it. But again, that's a very I would say a smart and a very good move to have your house staged, and then you bring it in the market. Means this is just my personal view about it. Uh, and yes, I mean, so many people coming in, you have to be ready for that privacy thing going for a task, because sometimes it used to be at one day, I think there were more than 25 showings. And thanks to my neighbors, they gave their home keys to me. They were in BC, and I spent my entire day at their house, and because with the kids and all. So yes, these are few things, but again, you want to be having these kind of problems. This is some good problem to handle, where you see so many people are walking in. That means that you may be able to get some good price.
Ah, I got another interesting comments from Sunny Bindra. Sunny says, yes, save my brand. Stick with ideology, mentorship, demand and supply creates conducive plan to reach buyer and seller. Of course, Bunny, you seems to be very a thoughtful person with such an intelligent comments, and you are so right. It's very very important in business to stick with the ideology. I've seen lot many people as they go, they lose their ideology, and keeping the ideology as the top priority really helps anybody to grow the business to the next level. So thank you very much for such an lovely suggestion. Now, demand and supply create conducive plan to reach buyer and seller. Of course, like time to time you have to keep changing your plan. You have to keep changing your way of doing business because the buyers and sellers are behaving. Well, buyers and sellers behave differently in different markets. So, of course, that suggestion is equally valuable. So, I really, really appreciate all your suggestion and input. Kamal, today we have to wrap up the program a little bit early because some other commitments, and I think you have to leave as well. And it's already 12:48. So I would say we'll take another 30 seconds and you put your phone number, your details, so that if anybody wants to get in touch with you, they can. And then we're going to say goodbye to everybody.
For sure. And first of all, I would just want to say thanks if there is an message from Jigar Patel. If it is the same Jigar Patel whom I know in Ahmedabad, because Jigar is a very common name. So thanks, hi Jigar bhai. And uh, there is someone called Mr. Hanuman. Thanks, Mr. Hanuman. Your name has again Hanuman, and then you're saying Ram Ramji. Thanks a lot. And Of course, my number is 416-333-8747. Some of you I see wants to connect with Mr. Raman or need his email. You can just get in touch with me and we can have initial discussion. So and definitely we can work on the other process after that. So you can reach me on 416-333-8747. Anything you want to know about SaveMax in Canada or out of Canada, Australia, anywhere, definitely you can get in touch with us, and hope we'll be able to give you all the answers.
Definitely. And I got one more comment from Ajay. Ajay says Gujarati Patel own hotels and motels worth billions of dollars in the US. They own nearly 22,000 out of 53,000 hotels. So I asked you about it. No, you're so right. And I think Gujarati community has done an exceedingly well job as far as the motel industry and hotel industry in US is concerned. And I think they really dominate. So it's a great job done, we feel proud on them, of course. But as I mentioned, Ajay, like everybody have their own journey. At this point of time, our focus is to grow our real estate portfolio, and our focus is to grow SaveMax brand. So that is what we are working at this point of time. So, guys, I want to say thanks to all of you for your participation, your wonderful suggestions. Stay connected, and definitely keep bringing more and more news and views about the real estate industry. I want to wish you good luck and have a happy weekend. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay connected. If you have not liked our Facebook page or our YouTube page, please do so. You're going to get all the information about SaveMax Supercharged Convention 2022 on our social media pages, especially we put up a good story on YouTube as well. So if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. It comes with the same name, Rise with Raman. Thank you very much and have a fantastic, fantastic day ahead. Bye bye.
Everyone, enjoy your weekend. Okay.